Ever said yes to something you'd never, ever agree to at first, just because someone asked you step by step? Back in 1966, American social psychologist Friedman did a cool experiment. He sent people to visit housewives. First, they asked to stick a tiny slogan on the window, and almost everyone said yes. A few weeks later, they came back asking to put up a big, ugly billboard in the yard. Turns out, the housewives who agreed to the small slogan were 3 times more likely to say yes to the big billboard. Why does this happen? 2 simple reasons. First, mental inertia. Saying yes to a tiny favor is so easy, it becomes a habit. Second, self-consistency. You don't want to look like a person who flip-flops. So once you say yes to something small, it's way harder to say no to the next bigger request. At work, a colleague asks you to look up one tiny data point, then dumps a whole report on you, and you end up working overtime till midnight. In friendships, a friend borrows $100 and pays back fast, then asks for $1,000 and drags their feet on paying you back for months. In relationships, your partner asks you to grab a quick package, then slowly makes you take care of all the house chores. While shopping, a salesperson asks you to try on one t-shirt, and you walk out buying a full set top, pants, shoes included. In parenting, a teacher tells your kid to read for 10 minutes a day, then ups it to writing a 300-word book review. In your neighborhood, volunteers ask you to donate $10, then try to get you to volunteer a whole day of your time. The book Social Psychology says, a gradual request is the best way to break through someone's mental defense line. A study from the American Persuasion Research Association proves the success rate of asking for small favors first is 76% higher than asking for big ones directly. Ask for the full scope before saying yes. When someone asks for a favor, don't nod right away. Ask, what exactly do you need done, and how long will it take? If it's more than you can handle, say no. For example, if your colleague dumps a report on you, say, I've got an urgent task to finish, so I can only help with the data check, not the whole report. Have a go-to rejection line ready. Come up with a simple, direct phrase like, I can't help with that, you should ask someone else. Don't beat around the bush. The more direct you are, the less they'll pester you. Like, if a friend asks for a big loan, just say, I'm tight on cash lately, so I can't lend you the money. For self-improvement, if you want to build an exercise habit, don't jump into running 5 kilometers on day 1. Start with 500 steps a day, then slowly bump it up to 1 kilometer. Result? You won't get burned out by a huge goal, and you'll build a long-term habit easily. For parenting, if you want your kid to do chores, don't make them clean the whole house at once. Start with having them put away their toys every day, then gradually move to tidying their desk and wardrobe. Result? Your kid won't resist, and they'll slowly develop self-discipline. Here's the thing, the foot in the door effect isn't some evil trick. It's just a little quirk of human nature. Seeing through it isn't about being defensive. It's about taking charge of your own pace. Don't let others' requests drag you around, and use this trick to help yourself get better little by little. Have you ever been foot in the door, led into doing something you hated? How did you learn to say no to that gradual pressure later? Drop your stories in the comments below.